Is the bathroom your favorite thing that we renovated?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it yours?
No, but I think we did a really heck of a good job.
We did a great job in the bathroom.
When we were looking at this RV, I don't think we really even looked in the bathroom. No. We just kind of like, oh, let's look at everything else. Bathroom, okay.
This is the bathroom. We redid a lot in the bathroom. Well, no, it was all a big project. The bathroom was a big project to do.
So the shower was tough because usually in RVs, at least I think, they have that all-in-one shower where it's this container, it's all one piece that wraps around the walls. Usually the base is also a part of that. For us, we had the piece that went around the walls, and then we had the pan. We took all that out. It was old, it was dirty. It was dirty, there was rust stains on it. And we took it out, and what I was excited about is I found this material that looked like tile, but it was more of a plastic type material. It was easier to handle, and it actually locked together. It was a lot like the flooring that we chose. So we found that, and we put in the pan very first, and we then lined up and just did the tile, and we worked it from the bottom up. We had some challenges getting it to fit, and Shell's mentioned this before. Nothing in an RV is completely straight and level and square. And that was the case in the shower. So we had spots where we tried to kind of raise it up a little bit. I don't think you could notice any lines that are off. Challenge with the lines being off a little bit is around the shower pan, we had to put this caulk strip to help keep it so that it doesn't leak.
A caulk tape.
Caulk tape, yep. So this tape has a strip of caulk on the top and bottom that kind of helps hold it in place. Unfortunately, I don't think that stuck very well. I've done it twice now. We did two different parts, different tapes, and it just didn't really quite work as well as we were hoping for. It was easy to work with somewhat where we could cut it with a table saw. So we were able to cut the edges pretty well. There's some spots that are off. Shell probably notices it more than I do, but in the end, the curtain kind of hides one line of it. And then we were able to take it all the way up to the top and do the ceiling part. So there's a nice skylight that's there, and we were able to kind of hide some of the edges by when that skylight goes on, it actually goes on over top of the tile pieces. And so I think it looks nice and good and square.
The sink that we decided to go with is a bowl sink.
I think they call it a vessel sink.
A vessel.
Technical term, vessel.
Maybe.
I don't. Watch me be wrong. One of the things I'm really proud about in the bathroom was the previous sink that was in there was actually also into the curve of the cabinetry. And so I actually had to put another piece of wood there to replace the hole that was left with the sink. So I had to kind of cut a piece by eye. I kind of just cut it the best I could and sanded it and did it, and then I glued it. And you can still see it. It's probably, Shell probably still cringes every once in a while, but
I sanded it down pretty well.
I think it looks good.
You did a great job.
We left the existing cabinets that were there. It would have been too big of a hassle to take those cabinets out. Yeah. They work okay. There were several screws I had to take out that were rotted and rusted, and kind of had to reinforce holding it back to the wall so that when we put the butcher block on, it would stay there strong. It was also tough to figure out how to sand out the hole for the sink to go in. Yeah. I know your dad worked on that for a while. That was really nice of him to help us out with that. The outside of the sink, we put a little bit of caulk around it, and that somewhat held it, but the kids will come on, and when they're brushing their teeth, they'll kind of lean their arms on it, and so it's been slowly moving. I wouldn't recommend anybody glue it. I'm not suggesting that, but you just have to be careful. It does move a little bit. We left the cabinets that were in there, the upper cabinets that have the mirrors on them, but you changed by adding in the nice mirror that's in there.
It needed something. The walls were falling apart in there, and there wasn't really much we could do without replacing the walls. So we sanded it down best we could, took off the wallpaper, found a really big mirror, and the light fixtures in there. I think it really brings it all together.
The style of the faucet and also of the shower fixtures, they are called an oil rubbed copper. And so that's the look that we found, and we've kind of used that throughout.
Jeff has been really good at entertaining all of my stylistic ideas. It's not always the easiest. I would say I want it to look like this, and we made it work.
Yeah, we did.
And he's a good sport for doing all of that.
The shower looks nice. It has been challenging to get it to work correctly. We've had leaks in the showers, have leaks in the sink. I talk about that in another video, but in the end, I think the bathroom just looks beautiful. So much better than what I did before. And we should also say that we've gone through 1 child potty training in that bathroom, and it's worked out great. So that's something nice that we've been able to do. And the reason why I say that too is that some people think, oh, RV bathrooms, they're not quite your normal bathroom, and they're not, but I don't think any of our kids have complained. I don't think there's been a big challenge where, I mean, Scotty's potty trained on it. It's just like your everyday bathroom.
Just small.
Just smaller. Anyway, that's it for our bathroom renovation for our RV.